Hello, welcome to CED Mosebach's online video series. This is changing firmware in a Panelview Plus video. So one of the most common questions we get here is how do we upgrade the firmware on a Panelview Plus 6 or 7 because it doesn't use the normal flash tool that everything else in the Rockwell world uses. So they have their own tool. So what I'm going to show you today is how to upgrade that firmware or change the firmware in a Panelview Plus 6. I have a Panelview Plus 6. You can't see it. It is sitting on the floor next to me. I'm just plugged into it via Ethernet. You can also plug in via the USB, or you can make a boot flash drive. But we're going to do this over Ethernet. The first thing you need to do is to get the firmware file. You want to go to Rockwell's Product Compatibility and Download Center, which you'll hear us call the PCDC every now and then. And it's available on the Rockwell website, but here's the address if you need it. It's just compatibility.rockwellautomation.com. From here you click on Find Downloads and just type in a Panelview Plus 6. In this case, ours is a 12-inch. So we're going to click here, and here's all the versions. So if we wanted to grab version 10, click Downloads, select Files. So we could grab the firmware for version 10. It would download, it would have an executable file. You'd have to run that to install it onto your computer, and then you'd be able to install version 10 onto the Panelview Plus 6. But I've already done all that for version 9, so now you've done that, you've downloaded it, you've run the executable, and now the next step is to, side note, this is a great place to come if you're wondering, will my FactoryTalk View ME run on Windows 7, whatever version it is, and it'll tell. This is the site you want to use to be able to do that. You can come here and click compare, and you can go in and see what operating systems will run with certain software as well. So just as a note. So next step is start page, all programs, down to Rockwell software, and we're going to click on FactoryTalk View and then Tools, and under here there's ME Firmware Upgrade Wizard. That's what we're looking for. So here we're going to do upgrade the firmware on a terminal. Again, you could make a boot, like a flash drive or something, that you could have the terminal boot and load the firmware from it as well. But we're going to do it right here onto the terminal. Tells you should back up your MER files. We're going to use FactoryTalk. You can specify if you know what the IP address of the Panelview is, you can do that as well. And here you could also use the serial connection. We're going to hit next here, and then here's our Panelview Plus 6 down here. You can see right now it's got 8.2. We're going to go ahead and put version 9 on it, and hit next. If you wanted to add any of the server drivers for KEP server, this is where you would want to add them, and then hit finish. That's all there is to it. So it's going to download the firmware. It's going to reboot the Panelview a couple times. It's not a 1-minute process. You are going to have to let it sit here and run for a little while. And don't unplug it. Don't turn the power off or anything like that, or else you will get issues with like it says here, may render the terminal inoperable. So that's all there is to it, and thanks for tuning in. Once again, thank you for watching, and don't forget to check out future and current videos by subscribing to CED Mosebach Electric Supply on YouTube, or visiting www.mosebach.com/media. Thanks again.